now the proud owner of a 1950s Gretsch round badge snare drum. And this is a drum that I've wanted for a long time. Many years ago, maybe about 20 or 25 years ago, a friend of mine was selling his round badge Gretsch snare drum. Can't remember exactly whether it was 50s or 60s. But anyway, he loaned that drum to me, and I played it, took it out to gigs, etc. And I really, really wanted to buy it, but at the time I just couldn't afford it. And you know, I've kind of been kicking myself ever since. And then, you know, an opportunity came to buy one. And this is part of a bigger story which will be revealed in the future. Anyway, this arrived, I've unboxed it as you have seen, and straight out of the box it's actually a really beautiful looking drum. It's in great condition. I believe that the hoops may not be the original hoops. They're still Gretsch hoops, but they're not the original hoops. So immediate observations. Taking it out of the box, it probably needs new heads. The bottom head, the snare side head, is pitted, so I'm imagining something may have fallen on it, so that needs to be replaced. And the snare wires look a little bit cheap. They certainly could afford to be upgraded. The top head that came with the drum is a Remo coated Diplomat, which is thinner than an Ambassador. My go-to head for a snare drum is usually a coated Ambassador. But I might actually give this a go. I've never played one on a snare drum, and it is thinner and it already feels quite responsive, so I'll give that a go. The snare mechanism is quite clunky. It needs to be lubricated, I suppose. It just feels a bit tight and stiff. But aside from that, it is a beautiful drum. So what I've done is I've given it a tune. I've cranked the bottom head a little more, and I've messed around with the top head just to get it at an even tuning all around the drums. And it's kind of a medium tuning, so it's kind of a medium general purpose tuning. Nothing special about that, I guess. So let's have a listen to this. Now, before I do that, I should also say that what you're hearing is the snare drum without EQ or compression. So there's no, there are no plugins. It's all as is. The microphone is an SM57, which I use in all of my videos and all of my recordings on the snare drum. So let's have a listen to this. These drums have a real warmth about them, and I remember that that was the thing that really stuck out to me when I borrowed my friend's snare drum all those years ago. It just had this real warmth, and without sounding too cheesy, there's something that sounds quite familiar about this drum, and I mean that in the sense that a lot of great recordings were made on these drums. A lot of great jazz recordings were made on these drums, aside from, you know, the Motown era as well. But there's something that sounds familiar about playing this drum, which I really love. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to crank the snare drum a little bit more. I'm going to take the pitch of the snare drum up. Let's have a listen to it. That sounds like a completely different drum. So it's just got this incredible crack. Normally for a jazz gig, I wouldn't tune it this high, but you know, it sounds good, so I might do that. I'm really looking forward to having a relationship, a long-term relationship with this drum. It's really beautiful. What can I say? I'm going to spend the next few days experimenting with tuning. Obviously I want to change that bottom head and upgrade the wires, and I also want to give the strainer a little bit of attention. It needs a little bit of lubrication in there. But this is a beautiful instrument and one that I've always wanted, so I'm a very happy boy. I'm going to do some recording with this. I'm going to take it out to gigs and just see how it all goes from there. Now, if you have any suggestions regarding the types of heads I could try with this, and even the wires, you know, I'm up for you leaving suggestions in the comments section. That'd be really great. In the meantime, I'm going to go and have a bit of fun with this thing. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching my unboxing videos. I think this is probably the second one I've ever done. Yeah, anyway. Now, if you like this video, I do these every week, so subscribe if you haven't done so already. Remember to hit the like button and hit that notification bell thing so that you know when I've uploaded a video, which is every week. So until next week, have a great week and see you all soon. Bye.